DLC format.
Not the same as the Thundercats, though, right?
No. Wow. Hello, I'm Steven with Tobacco Cabana.
And I'm David. I'm a Texan, and I love cigars. This is the Roadshow. All right, guys, welcome to another road show here in Tobacco Cabana in Cedar Hill. We've got Steven, thankful for Rhonda and Bob. I guess we're thankful for Bob. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But always thankful to be here in Tobacco Cabana. We appreciate doing the show here. It's always fun. Got Dave offset here. He's waiting to chime in. He's got a great cigar. We're smoking.
Yes.
The El Titan Bronze. The Redemption. We talked about this on a show before last, I believe. These are from Scandinavian Tobacco Group. They had sent these to me, and we're enjoying this. This is, I would have to look up the blend on this, but if you want to go back to a previous show where we talked about the blend and the costs and things like that, you can definitely find that there. But a fantastic looking band.
Oh yeah, the artwork on that is exquisite. I do this on occasion. I was smelling my cigar.
Okay.
Because it has a wonderful aroma. I mean, before the cut, before the cold draw, I'm like, just beautiful, beautiful.
No pepper on that retro, just smooth as can be. It's like a, to me, what just came to mind, and I haven't had any in a while, you know, just a nice sweet bread, almost, not sweet, but a bread. It was a bread note to me. It's just what came to mind when I did that retro on that. But the first time smoking this one, I've never had this at all. And I'm just that little bit into it, and I'm thoroughly liking that so far. But that should have given you guys enough time to get something in your glass. We've got some little tasting glasses here from Railport. And what do we have? We've got Ellis County Pride. This is a Kolsch style beer.
Oh, yum.
Made with Pilsner and wheat malts, flaked barley, locally sourced honey, and Ellis County Pride. That right there. I like this one. I like a Kolsch.
Yes.
Good, crisp, clean beer. So we've got a little bit of that. Let that foam up and get that head going on there. You guys know how you're supposed to pour beer. You're supposed to get it to foam up to release those gases on there. Dave, Dave needs some. Good? Okay. Dave's got to watch his blood count, and he's doing a good job doing that. But yeah, we've got a great, this Ellis County Pride. This is Railport. This is in Waxahachie. This is Ellis County's first brewery. I go there quite a bit. Richard, Shannon, they got a great business. Great big backyard that you can hang out in. You can actually smoke a cigar in the backyard after you get yourself a beer. There's usually a food truck back there of some sort. They rotate them out. Fantastic place. And then Latitude Cigars is right next to it. So you can always go over there and get a cigar, or you can bring your own. But we want to toast you guys to good friends, good conversations, what we call Texas Toast. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, brother. Boom. I'm not gonna waste it. And get a good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's you can taste the honey.
Yeah. That.
Lemongrass for you, okay. Okay.
Just smooth, not bitter.
Yeah, with this cigar,
Yeah.
too, the lightness of this cigar, with the light body of this beer, I think just that first sip, that's a good pairing.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely cigar to drink.
Yeah, drink to cigar, some more drink.
Quit stealing my thunder.
You'll have plenty of thunder here in a minute, Dave. We'll get you on here for, you guys got to stay tuned for that, for a cigar pairing with me and Dave. We're going to be doing a League of Fat Bastards. So stay tuned for that. We've got a great drink for that too. But we're here for some news.
News.
And Stephen, what do you got? You got something from Diesel, right?
I do. This is the final cigar in the Fool's Errand trilogy. They complete the Fool's Errand line with a diesel-worthy Fool.
Okay.
Blended by A.J. Fernandez and Justin Andrews.
Okay.
Diesel-worthy Fool is a powerhouse perfecto comprised of Nicaraguan Habano binder filler that are housed inside a dark Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper.
Oh, wow.
Gonna have a lot of flavor and notes.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Up on lighting, you will immediately notice rich notes of leather, earth, and subtle sweetness, guessing from the aging on that Ecuadorian Sumatra, giving it some of the sweetness.
From the aging and just from the fact that it's from Ecuador itself.
Yeah. The blend is bold. Only noteworthy aspects of Diesel's new release. Giving fans a chance to win exclusive prizes by solving riddles on the brand's website.
Interesting.
There you go.
That's always fun. Making cigars a little bit more fun with some interaction from consumers. Okay.
Yep. After completing the Fool's Errand, fans will enter their names into a random drawing, and winners will be contacted in January. Plenty of time.
Yeah. That's. I mean, we're shooting this right now in September of 24. So you've got,
Yeah, you got some time.
Got some time.
So this is a 5x58 with an SRP, $9.99.
Wow.
It's a good price.
That's a good size cigar too.
Yeah.
5x58. So that
perfecto
was almost so it's a perfecto. Okay, so that makes up for it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I can do that. Well, the ones that the perfectos that have the tip on there, so you're not really biting that full 60 ring gauge size. I can get into that. That's good.
That's why I like perfectos, because it's like the best of both worlds. You get the flavor from the tapering on both ends, and then you've got the combustion and the flavors from the fillers in that center.
Exactly. Well, I've got something from one of my favorite brands. I love me some Sinistro. And I love the Last Cowboy. It's got that candela foot on there, that initial light up, and you get that sweetness from that candela, and then the blend on the Last Cowboy. I really like it. They've got it in some great sizes, a Corona size and Churchill and everything. But this month, Sinistro is releasing a pair of limited editions, the Last Cowboy Maduro Barber Pole and Cowboy Caviar. So Last Cowboy Maduro is the latest extension to one of the company's core lines, which that is, using Connecticut broadleaf, Maduro, and Dominican Candela wrappers to give the cigar its signature look. Underneath that is a Mexican San Andres binder and filler that uses Nicaraguan tobacco along with Dominican Piloto tobacco.
Yum.
Yeah. It's produced at El Artista factory.
There we go.
And offered in 3 sizes. The Lancero 7x38 is $10. Okay, they have some decent prices. Cigars for a boutique brand that is very good. The 5x54 Robusto Barber Pole is $11. The Barber Pole Toro is $12, and they all come in boxes of 20.
Very nice.
You want to buy a box, you're a box guy or lady, or you just want to get 1 or 2. Like Dave and I he talks about getting a 5-pack or just get a couple or so, or you want to buy a box.
Right.
The company's releasing 250 boxes of both the Robusto and Toro, while the Lancero is limited to 150 boxes.
That is a very small release.
Very, very small release. It's the Sinistro Last Cowboy released in October of 2018. So it's been around. It's been around a little while, and I love it. Adding a limited edition version the following February.
Okay.
And then the Last Cowboy Maduro debuted March of 2019. So now they're doing the Barber Pole with another limited edition released in 2023 of September last year. So here they are coming out with this one, the Barber Pole, being released this month in 2024. The Cowboy Caviar is a new limited edition that uses Pennsylvania broadleaf.
Oh, love that.
For the wrapper, an Indonesian binder.
Okay.
And filler that uses Dominican tobacco, including T13 Lajero. What is that, Dave?
That's probably one of their exclusives.
That's another hybrid. I think that's a hybrid off of the Corojo.
And then along with Nicaraguan grown Ligero. So it's got 2 Ligeros in there.
2 different Ligeros.
Yeah. So you're gonna get some really full body earth notes from that Dominican Ligero. And then depending upon the region of the Nicaraguan, you're probably going to get some really nice, powerful black pepper or peppercorn from it, because that Ligero is going to get all of that sweetness from the sun.
Right. Well, this one, the Caviar Robusto 5x54, $10, box of 20s, or the Toro, $11, box of 20s. 2 lines are both produced at El Artista in Dominican Republic. They ship mid to late September. So while we're shooting this right now, they may be shipping. By the time you see this show, you can start looking for them.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit of news right now, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with a little bit more. All right.
I'm getting some really nice black pepper on the retro.
I'm not getting anything that strong, but I do get a little bit of
a couple of times.
But, okay.
You said smooth retro, so I tried a full retro, and I was like, oh.
No, I didn't have, but that black pepper, so it doesn't sting super bad, but it was a different black pepper in that retro hail right there. It reminded me of like pepper on a beef. On steak.
Yeah.
And I just ate sushi, so they ain't, I don't have.
So I get it up here, and I can feel that pepper burn.
I get it
right here.
Right here, right at the very tip.
Mine's right at the
edge.
tip right there. Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting, but yeah, that.
But it's not painful. It's not.
When I did a full retro on it caught me. I mean, my eyes watered up, and I coughed.
But that is really pleasant.
Yeah.
I
don't know that there's anything that wouldn't pair well with.
Yeah, that is really.
To be honest, this surprises me that it's this complex coming from General, because normally what we get from General is going to be very uniform.
Yeah.
And I'm not that familiar with the brand.
I'm not
LT
familiar
Tom,
with
we've
it at all.
had a couple. I think I've brought 1 or 2 on here before, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
Or we've either just talked about them.
Yeah.
But I know they've sent me some stuff before, but not this one. And
this one is exploration worthy.
This one is definitely. I would like to.
You know who this reminds me a lot of? Illusion.
Illusion. Okay.
Very
Did you
complex.
see their factory? One of the factories that stores their tobacco burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, they've always had these complex blends that never overwhelm the palate, but you just sit down and you're going.
What is it? The M13?
The M13.
Yes.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Love the M13.
This also reminds me of a little bit of Payback.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, hey, we're just sitting here talking, right? About cigars and pairing and just really enjoying this. And we've got some more news to talk about besides that. But you know what? A little bit just. I would like, hey, I'm going to leave this segment in. I'm telling you that right now so I can, but this is the kind of thing I've been thinking about is for the show. If I were to do a live section so that you would see more stuff that we do like this when we're not on camera.
Right.
And I would still have another camera rolling like my phone or something that those that are part of the road crew would be able to sit and watch. If I could figure out how to interact, through a Facebook thing or something, I will do that. But I'm not that savvy. I can ask some people though.
I happen to know somebody who.
Do you?
Yeah,
you know somebody, Dave? Dave.
Somebody.
Yeah.
who's done that? For almost 3 years.
That's got a
the little foot band. Yeah.
A little foot band that's tucked underneath this one. I like unique things like that. We're still talking about this cigar. We gotta get to our news. Let me start first this time, Steven. I got a cool one.
Okay.
This one, everybody knows Filthy Hooligan comes out for
St.
Patrick's Day, right? I've gotta smoke a Filthy Hooligan or something with a candela.
Right.
Well, Alec Bradley is ushering in spooky season with the Filthy Gooligan. Yeah, I thought that was great. They're expanding its line of limited edition black market cigars with a new release for Halloween. So the new cigar, the black market Filthy Gooligan, is a spin-off of the popular St. Patrick's Day release, the Filthy Hooligan and the Shamrock. I've got both of those. Those are pretty good little smokes to have for a one day a year. You can smoke them any other time, but I definitely always smoke them on that day. But they're saying, like the Filthy Hooligan and Shamrock, Filthy Gooligan features a barber pole wrapper. Unlike the St. Patrick's Day cigars, which use a green candela tobacco, the Filthy Gooligan's wrapper is composed of Ecuadorian Habano and U.S. broadleaf tobacco. So it's dark on dark.
Yeah.
So kind of a dark, light, medium dark on a dark. So that's cool. The remainder of the blend includes an Indonesian Besuki binder and Nicaraguan Jalapa, Esteli, Candega fillers alongside Dominican Piloto. I've never heard of Besuki.
I've not heard of Besuki.
Indonesian Besuki binder, Besuki. Limited edition Filthy Gooligan offers a sweet and balanced smoke, perfect for chilly October nights or mornings, Friday the 13th, or any occasion that calls for a bewitching, medium-bodied barber pole. And Ed Lehman, who's the senior brand manager of Alec Bradley, said Filthy Gooligan offers our fans a fun new spin on a classic Alec Bradley concept. Just as black market Filthy Hooligan and Shamrock have become staples at our St. Patrick's Day celebrations, so too will Filthy Gooligans. I really have to concentrate on it. Deliver an unforgettable smoking experience for Halloween and beyond. It's scary good. So dark but medium body.
Okay.
The Gooligan delivers notes of cocoa and a honey-like sweetness within a smooth, rich flavor profile. It was produced in Honduras and will ship to retailers September 24. Production's capped at 1,500 boxes, each containing 24 cigars. It's a 6x50 Toro. It's the only size. Retails for $14.09.
Sounds like a great cigar if you're out trunk-or-treating or out with the kids, trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
That chocolate and honey kind of makes me think a little bit of the chocolate with the graham crackers. And then with what's talking about some of the creaminess of it, it may be a little bit of reminiscent of a s'more, which is
like
a perfect, beautiful
perfect fall treat.
Yeah.
What do you got, Stephen?
Santiago Valadres is now available exclusively at Segura.com for a limited time before heading to retail.
Oscar.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Originally launched exclusively in the European market, the Santiago Valadres line was recently introduced at PCA by Oscar Valadres Tobacco and Company. Limited edition, only 2,000 boxes have been produced and will be coming to America exclusively by way of Segura prior to retail distribution. So it's kind of a nice pre-launch release.
Okay. Yeah.
Well known for his tobacco leaf wrapped Leaf by Oscar lines, developed in Santiago Valadres line to honor his son and leave a legacy in his name. Uses Honduran grown tobacco for the wrapper and filler, though varietals have not been disclosed. While the binder comes from Nicaragua, the line is produced at the company's factory in Denali, Honduras, and is available in a 6x52 Toro size, each box 10 count, individual coffins, MSRP of $25. So again, along with that Halloween theme coming up.
Yeah, they're in a coffin.
Yeah. The Santiago has been announced to launch for a limited time exclusively on Segura, a digital platform owned by STG, Scandinavia, that curates special premium cigar offerings for discerning smokers. Although this line will be limited edition, he stated, "I'm excited to bring this unique blend to the boutique community of Segura prior to launching into the full U.S. market.
So that is a special cigar. That's $25
cigar.
And so that's going to be definitely a special occasion. It sounds great. And I like a lot of Oscar's stuff.
Yeah.
The 2012s, love the 2012s. They make them in a short size too that I like keeping around short cigars. The Lancero versions of the Leaf.
Oh, yes.
The Sumatra is just fantastic.
Yeah.
What is the other one? He has...
he has the Corojo.
He has Superfly too.
He's got Superfly.
Superfly. I smoked a Superfly the other day.
Those are great.
The Maduro.
Venus Flytrap.
I really
another
enjoyed
one.
it. Huh?
The Venus Flytrap.
I haven't had
that one either.
Yeah. So that's interesting. So some good news. We've got something for Halloween and Oscar and Diesel and then again Sinistro coming out. So a lot of good cigars coming out this year. You guys definitely look at your brick and mortars. If they aren't coming in there, find out why not. Maybe you can get those in there somehow.
I've got one more news piece for you.
What do you have, Dave?
So this is an insider news piece that we got last night from Brandon himself of Apostate Cigars.
So Brandon, okay, yeah, because I know he's in Texas right now.
He's in Texas right now, and he told me that cigars number 7 and 8, which he hasn't told us the names of them yet, but cigars number 7 and 8 should be shipping out in the next week or two.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so Apostate Cigars, which we have had their cigars on here before. Fantastic looking cigars, the presentation, just the cigars themselves, the tobacco they use are great if you guys haven't tried. So that's some little inside news that we didn't have a paper on that, and Dave just talked to him last night over at an underground cigar shop in Fort Worth. So very cool. I do like Apostate. So, well, that is it for the news, guys. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Today's Cigar Tip is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars.
Stephen, how about a tip?
We get this one on occasion when you're cutting not kind of the standard profile cigar, but maybe you have a Figueroa or Perfecto.
Okay.
You've got a lot of options.
Right.
You can straight cut it.
Yeah,
You can Cuban cut it, which is you're cutting it at an angle.
Angle, right, yeah.
Right. You can V cut it and get, the devil's tongue or shark.
Yeah, because it's coming up at that and it's got that nice V in there, yeah.
And we've also heard of a new one where if you angle Cuban cut it, punch a small hole underneath it to increase the flow.
Oh,
you can do that with a cigar punch or maybe even a small drill or something to open it up and get more smoke.
All right, fantastic tip.
Thank you.
2 families, 1 cigar. Join the Ambassador Program today to make it a perfect blend.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Guess what time it is? What time's it, Dave?
It's pairing time.
It's pairing time. That's right. This is a fun segment. I was actually out at a lounge the other day for a grand opening in Duncanville, what used to be 3R Cigars, which I've done a show with. And Jeff got out of the business, was ready to retire. Well, one of the owners of Cigar Art is now the owner of Gilded Age Cigars.
Yes,
and
I was reading about that.
Yeah, so I went out there for the grand opening, had a great, how do you say that, Tatuaje? Cabiguan?
Cabiguan, yes.
Yeah, I had one of those. I love that cigar. Sat out there, different vibe in the place. DC Definition Cigars was out there. Got to go see a lounge, and I was talking to a lady out there on the deck. That's what I love about cigars, connecting with people you don't even know. Just sit down and you start talking. And I was telling her, of course, about my show, because I had my shirt on, like I do when I go out and to other cigar shops and I tell people about what's going on. Got to advertise. And told her, hey, this is one of the segments that we do on the show this is what I do. We do cigar pairings. And she was like, I never thought about that. I never thought that, of course, she's not a cigar smoker. Her husband is. And she was like, that's a very interesting aspect, even like food. And I said, yeah, we've thought about food and everything too, but mostly we do bourbons or spirits, if you will, paired with our cigars. And what do we have today?
We've got some Pikesville.
Rye of the Year.
Rye of the Year for 2024.
Number 2 world whiskey of the year. Yeah.
So a lot of people don't realize about the rye is that the rye whiskey is actually the first whiskey that was distilled in America.
Yeah.
It's not the bourbon. It was the rye that was distilled by George Washington.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
So this one here, so Heaven Hill Distillery revived the Pikesville rye in the early 2010. And with this one here, it's now considered the top-ranked rye whiskey, scoring 96 out of 100 points, coming in at 55% ABV. The Beverage Testing Institute 2024 American Rye Whiskey Judging against 12 other straight ryes, and this one took the gold. So I'm looking forward to this. You know how I am. I love my ryes.
Oh, I love ryes. I love ryes, and I love Heaven Hill.
Yeah, Heaven Hills, just a long-standing distillery, lots of history with them. I was glad that they took over Pikesville. I can remember when they did that. I haven't had a chance to try any of it yet,
okay.
So this is going to be new.
This is going to be great. I haven't had it either. The cigars we're lighting up, though, what we're pairing with is the League of Fat Bastards. This is a brand new cigar company. This is the Serial. This is their only blend, I believe. 3 sizes, a Churchill, a Toro, and a Robusto.
And I've got the Toro.
I've definitely got the Churchill. A good friend of ours, Guillermo, is now repping with this company. And one of the things that is really cool about this is what they say is that their positive global impact on men's mental health is what they want to concentrate. The owner, Adam Levine, not the same as the singer, Australian guy. Seen a couple of his videos. Pretty cool guy for just seeing his videos. I think he went through some mental issues himself. Right. So he's real big on men's mental health. So what he says, what they do through the challenging of the norms, not being afraid to be out there, but always respectful, and smashing social stigma in combination with our 40% give back program.
Oh, love that.
40% of this goes towards men's mental health. And so the LOFB, League of Fat Bastards, disrupts traditionally branded, sought-after niche global consumer goods through launching competitive quality products with edgy, spicy, on-mission branding to create cut-through. We curate only in LOFB experiential events and also provide practical online resources for our global league members in need.
So it's so important. I mean, you know that men's mental health is a big passion of mine. Having issues with it myself.
Yeah.
It's something that we need more awareness.
Yeah. I've had my issues. I probably still have some issues.
What I like about this one here, I mean, right off the bat, it says the profile is woodsy and sweet, and I can see that. And looking at the blend with a Ecuadorian wrapper and then Nicaraguan binders and fillers.
Right. It's got a great looking presentation. Smooth wrapper. The colors, I dig the colors. The kind of a light blue with that red. It's a good, and then the brown in there. It's a great combination. The logo's cool. The LOFB. Took me a minute to find it, figure out what it was until I knew it was League of Fat Bastards. And right now the draw on this is perfect. How's yours?
I'm enjoying it. Yes.
It's got the exact amount of resistance that I like. I mean, on it, and then the smoke output on this.
Smoke output is good on it.
I mean, for a Churchill, sometimes some Churchills I smoke, it takes a little while to get that much smoke output, because the length.
And it's a little bit of a smaller gauge, so you got to get that combustion going.
You got to get it going. But this one right now, I'm digging this one. And it's very smooth. It's got a slight sweetness to it. Probably it'll change. I mean, yours you'll get into it more quicker than I will.
Come on, I'm going to start talking, and you're going to be passing me up before long.
My thirds are a little bit longer than yours, so. But I don't normally smoke a Churchill, but I've smoked some lately, and you get a little bit more time, and a Churchill's nice. I know Steven, your favorite
that's my
Vitola
favorite.
is. Yeah, that's your go-to right there is a Churchill. Yeah, I mean I do like the ring gauge of that. It's a 48, right?
Yes. This one here says it's a 50, but you usually see a Churchill going to be
true Churchill is
48,
going to be
50.
48. Yeah, but this feels like it's good. So right now, the initial thoughts of the cigar. So like I said, this is a brand new line, and Guillermo was kind enough to drop these off for us so we could have them for the show. And
it's a lighter to medium body.
Yeah, definitely.
Within the mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Of that viscosity of its.
And it's got a good clean mouthfeel.
It does.
The smoke has got a good clean taste, and it's Nicaraguan. I haven't gotten any pepper off of it yet, so I wonder what region of Nicaragua it is. What would that tell you? If you're not getting a whole lot of, you're probably more in the Condega.
Condega, Condega's right there next to Esteli, so it's still a volcanic region. I'm getting a little bit of creaminess on it, so that has me leaning towards some Jalapa. Jalapa.
Well, the sweetness from Jalapa I can see.
Your creaminess is also from Jalapa. Ometepe being that island and right on the volcano is where we're going to get more of that white ashy pepper.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I always get those mixed up. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm still learning. I'm trying.
Going with the Sumatra on the wrapper.
Ecuadorian Sumatra.
An Ecuadorian Sumatra, and it doesn't state, but I'm going with the Ecuadorian Sumatra because of that leathery note and that earthy note that we get from it that Sumatras are really known for.
Yeah, it's a real clean smoke. It's a real that right there. That was really nice. So I'm wondering, what do you think? How this is going to pair with a rye like that?
I'm thinking that with the Ecuadorian, that it's going to be nice. We're going to get the rye is going to bring a little bit more of that stone fruit note forward on it. And I think that the cooking spices that we get out of the rye is going to help those white pepper notes come up forward as we get further into it.
Okay.
So that's where I'm kind of going with it. Granted, I have not had this yet, so I don't know what the profile of this is either.
Yeah, neither of us
be my
have.
guess,
So, yeah, brand new bottle. Always love cracking open. Where's that sound? Let me see here.
It's the most beautiful sound in the world.
Is that good for you?
That's good for me.
I mean, we can always get more, but we gotta watch you. Make sure you're.
I checked them before I came on.
Dave's blood. Oh, sorry, Steven.
So Steven's like, don't leave me out.
And Steven is getting to be a little bit more rye adventurous.
We're bringing him around.
Yeah. I mean, some of the rides we've had on lately have been fantastic. And it's like, oh, wow, that's a rye? But I like the spiciness out of a rye. I used to be afraid of it. I know I've said that before because it was just so ethanol-y type. It was just like, and I wasn't used to it. Once you acclimate yourself towards something like this, and then you can start really enjoying the flavor notes that it has, and you can get past that that harshness, if you will, because that's the way I viewed it before. It was like it's just too hard for me. It was too spicy, too much strength, if you will, and I needed something smoother until I built up to it and started having better bourbons and so forth. And then I look for rye now.
And a lot of that comes from earlier on in the rye. And rye are really starting to come back into of age now, and being much more well refined within the whiskey spirits. Early on, our rye were going to be really young.
Yeah. And
the younger ones tend to drink hotter than what their proof tells us. Whereas, and we've talked about this before, whereas an aged whiskey.
This one's aged 6 years.
6 years. Okay, so we've got some nice age to it. We've got some, it's coming in at 110 proof, I believe.
110 is, yes, yep.
So I'm thinking that we're going to have some nice, good viscosity, some oils to this that's going to help cut through that proof and help allow those flavors of the cooking spices and the stone fruit that our rye are known for really come forward.
Okay, so Dave, I'm already running up on you, dude.
I told you you were going to. Only way that I can out-smoke you is if I'm offset.
Right. Or if I take over the show, and that's really not going to happen during the pairing session because I rely on what you do.
This is what I do.
It's what you do, and
that's
so
what I do.
That's the reason why I loved having you come on the show. So yeah, let's get the nose on this. Oh.
See, and I'm kicking myself for forgetting my glass at home now.
Yeah, because I've got my aged in ore glass, and Dave has one too, but he forgot to bring it, and it's got a little bit more of a tulip to it. Are you getting like a honey? I'm
getting a honey with a little bit of peach in there.
Yeah, it's right off the bat. It's like a honey.
And
yeah,
the color on
color's
it is
nice.
Color on it's beautiful.
Golden.
The color, yeah, that's a 6 year, that 5 year to 5 to 7 year age on it.
Yeah.
If it was over 7 years, then it would start turning a little bit more towards a mahogany or that burnt umber as opposed to that gold amber.
Yeah. Well, cheers.
All right.
Steven, here we go. I'm gonna go drink the cigar first.
I'm gonna try the drink first. Yep, just as I expected.
It's got just enough spice to it. Covers my whole tongue. That spice.
But it's that cinnamon spice.
Yeah.
It's got a cinnamon spice to it. But when it first hits your tongue, it's crisp, it's clean, and it's peaches.
Yeah.
First hit that tongue, and then as it starts coming across your palate, you're feeling those oils. Yeah. And then you get that cinnamon.
It's still there.
Kind of like that red hot kind of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Not overpowering, but just enough to say, hey, I'm here.
Yeah. It's not Fireball.
No, it's not Fireball. Absolutely. No. Don't even. No, this is a whiskey.
Yeah.
Fireball's not.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's got a really long finish to it. I mean, I'm going to have to take another sip before I go back to the cigar because I waited too long. Because I was really enjoying it.
I didn't pick up the long finish. So
it really covered my whole tongue from side to side and front to back.
Those oils, it's just a nice subtle hint of a sweet buttery on it. And a little bit of a bigger sip this time for myself, and that cinnamon.
Oh, the drink is phenomenal. Okay, if you guys like rye, comment in the section below. Let us know what your favorite rye is, if you've got one. If not, and you're wondering what rye should you try first, we'll definitely be able to answer that for you. I think this would be a good, decent rye to try first. It's not harsh. It's 110 proof.
It's not
and
harsh
for
at
some
all.
people that's high, but you and I know that's
for me this is a medium proof.
Yeah.
Medium proof. I would say the body, the viscosity of this, I would consider this a medium body. It's not heavy on the palate, so I could drink this, you know, in a summer day.
Yeah.
Because
I could.
you know, it's not too heavy on your palate.
Right.
That crisp clear as it hits the first of the tongue and that sweetness of it. What's really nice with it is what we talked about is that as it's coming down to the back end of your palate, those cinnamon spices, those cooking spices, it's not peppery spices, and that's what a lot of people will mistakenly think, that it's pepper, that rye are peppery.
Oh,
rye are more cooking spices.
Cigar to drink, totally different. Totally different. Wow. I like them both. Totally different. But they're both smooth. They're both
really nice.
I think the viscosity of the smoke and the viscosity of the drink are matching
up perfectly.
Perfectly.
And going cigar to drink, it's almost a sweet leather.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about the leather of your baseball glove.
Yeah. And that's a nice, I mean, it's a common note, you know.
And it's a very enjoyable.
Yeah, it's
a very enjoyable note. I would call this a contrast pairing. Oh, look at you! You're just moving on.
I am moving on, Dave. I've learned. Okay, I've learned. Oh, that was interesting. A little bit more of the stone fruit with that. Yeah, a little bit more of the stone fruit coming forward on that. I love how that smoke just stays in that glass.
And I mean, look at the difference.
And then yours is gone.
Mine is already gone.
Yeah, and it's just, look at this. This cloud just sits there. I love it.
I'm gonna have to go drink to cigar again.
Yeah, I did enjoy both of them, but I'm thinking the drink to cigar was better. Just the notes that I liked better out of it. Telling you something a little bit more about the cigar and what they do with their program. What they say is their efforts are focused on raising awareness and providing tangible support to men's health initiatives, creating a space for vulnerability and connections with our league members' lives. That is the cigar community.
That's exactly what it is.
And that's what he knows about. He saw that in what he needed, and he saw that was already happening in the cigar community. And it's like, okay, these are two things that need to be put together. And we do that a lot of times with, you know, I mean, come on, you sit down with good friends and you can open up over a drink and a cigar, or just a cigar if you're not a drinker. And you've got a Dr. Pepper or whatever your choice of drink is, even if it's water. But you're able to sit down and relax, and hopefully men can open up with each other on what's going on in their lives. So what is that telling you, right there? Look at that. I mean, my finger is right there. Dave's finger's right there, and you're holding on to it. You know, good.
It's starting to
But
heat
just
up.
now,
Yeah,
but it's just now. Mine's just barely warm, and it's right there. Nice white ash. Mine's breaking off. It's breaking off good. It's not mine is sitting in the ashtray right here, and it's just solid right there. And Dave's going to break his off. And you got to push it.
Look at that cone.
Yeah, good cone. That tells you construction. All the things that we've talked about.
I'm seeing what I want to see. So looking at the foot of it before we lit it up, I could see that it was an accordion roll. And so, the reason why I look at that is I want to see if there's any areas of it that's really tightly punched.
It's got the intubar. It's got
we've got the intubars on there, which you want.
Yeah.
Because that allows for that nice airflow to come through. And I don't want those to be large.
Oh, that gets better every sip.
I don't know. I can't decide on
Yeah.
if I like drink the cigar or
decide.
cigar to drink more.
I can't. So what does that tell you? That just tells you. I mean, this is a great pairing. This is for a brand new cigar to the industry. Yeah.
The quality of the cigar.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would say that I would like to see a little bit more on the cigar is a little bit more oils coming in. And that just has to do with age.
Yeah, that has to do with age.
That has to do with age. But I would like to see a little bit more oils on there. And all that's telling me is that maybe the cigar didn't rest in the
aging room.
In the aging room as long as what we're used to seeing in other cigars. I don't necessarily expect that on a brand new to the industry, brand new to the market.
Yeah.
And I would not take any points off of that either in scoring on this.
No, presentation, cap, looks like a double, triple. I cut one, there's a line from that. Almost looks like a triple, but it's definitely a double cap.
It's a double cap. On this one here, at least, I'm seeing a double cap.
Good size cap. I mean, it goes down well into the shoulder right there.
Well, and you saw I did a double. I V-cut it twice on here.
You V-cutted yours.
Yeah, I V-cutted twice on it, and I didn't break through the cap on it at all. So construction on it within the Kappa is good. The foot looked nice. It's a nice, clean wrapper. I don't have a lot of toothiness on here.
Yeah.
Which is also telling me a Sumatra as opposed to Habano, because typically Ecuadorian Habanos are going to have a little bit more toothiness to it.
Right. And looking at the band, I was talking about how I like the color combinations on there, and just the way the logo and everything lays. It's got a QR code on it.
That's what I'm curious about.
So right here, so you scan that QR code and you can
join the league for free.
Join the league for free. So you can either go to their website, or if you've got a cigar, scan this, and then you can get in to the League of Fat Bastards.
I really like this. I really like this. Being a man that has been affected by mental health, and knowing and seeing firsthand how important having your band of brothers around you, men that you can go to, you can be vulnerable with, and know that you're safe in your vulnerability. If you don't have a band of brothers, you got a QR code right here that brings you into a league, and that is so important.
Yeah. So you've got other groups that form. I can see, forming a group called, the League of Fat Bastards that get together and smoke and get to, know each other, and of course smoke these cigars or other ones, but smoking one of these during a meeting like that would be great. But just getting together, like you're saying, you've got to be able to, and that's what we keep saying about the cigar culture.
I like what this says.
Okay.
Our premium cigars are genuine. Like a homie who spits facts straight to your face, they are approachable. Like that dude you would instantly click with, and they are all sweet because all bastards are, after all.
All right. Yeah, I would like to, I don't know, like I said, he's Australian, Adam, the owner, and just how he came up and why the name League of Fat Bastards. That would be fun to sit down with him and be able to pick his brain a little bit. But it's definitely a great cigar. First time smoking this, pairing it with a rye. I'm really enjoying that. It's a good medium-bodied cigar.
It's a good medium-bodied cigar. Matches perfectly with the drink, with this rye here.
Yeah, the retro. Wow, what is that? There's another sweetness coming through on the retro now that I'm into the second, third. into the first third. There's another sweetness coming through. Interesting. I hate it when
I'm getting more woodsy. No, it's not.
So what would be a sweet wood? An oak?
Oak, cherry,
Steven?
hickory,
Yeah, those are all sweet woods. Pecan.
pecan.
Any of the fruit woods.
And I'm leaning towards another sweet note that also is also considered a little bit of a kind of a spicy note, which is more of a pine. So a little bit more of that pine cone type note to it.
Well, is that coming from the rye?
No, I mean my palate has been cleansed.
Okay.
Cleansed from the rye. I'm getting a little bit more of that
Like pine nuts? Or
pine
something?
nut, yes. Yeah, pine nut type
Yeah,
note.
the retro on this is, now that I'm coming into the halfway point on the retro on this is really, really good. I really like that. Now, how do you think this would pair with a bourbon? A different bourbon, a higher proof bourbon, or a different profile bourbon?
I think it's going to pair really good. I think I would want to go with a high rye bourbon.
Okay.
I don't think that this would go good with a wheated.
Okay.
Because I think that those cherry notes and that black fruit note would turn this cigar in a way that it doesn't match.
Yeah.
Not that it would be bad. It just doesn't marry itself well.
As well as this is doing.
And your bourbons that are more even with your rye and your barley, your chocolatey notes come forward on that. And I think that would tend to overpower
Okay.
the sweetness, the stone fruit sweetness that we get out of this.
So you'd want something that's got a little bit more of the stone fruit type
right
notes that we're getting out of this.
Now, that having been said, going towards a Scotch, a Speyside or a Highland, where you get more of those floral, earthy type notes,
Yeah.
a bit more of that lavender, a bit more of that rose.
Okay.
I think that would go good as well.
So a good Scotch with this, a Glenmorangie.
Glenmorangie, Glenfiddich, Glenlivet. I think an Islay would overpower the cigar. I think an Islay would overpower the cigar. That peatiness would be too much.
Yeah, but something that's the light end, the floral notes. Like I can imagine a Glenmorangie. I'm just imagining, because I like the Glenmorangie, and that's the lightness of that. I'm imagining that could be a really good pairing with this too.
For a wine, I would go more towards the Sangiovese, Pinot Noir. Maybe a rosé.
I ain't got a clue.
Well, that's why you got me here.
I don't have a clue about wines. And what about a tequila? What do you think? If a tequila, would it be too much?
I would go with a Reposado.
Reposado. Okay.
Yeah, I would go with a Reposado.
Okay.
I would probably stay away from the Blancos.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that the Blancos just have enough to stand up.
And an Añejo?
Añejo, depending upon what kind of barrel the Añejo is in.
I love it, and I could imagine it with this because it's smooth. Is the Pantalones Añejo.
The Pantalones, we've had that one on the show.
And I keep bottles at home. I've got that, and that's smooth, and I think that would be a good matchup too. So
I don't think a rum would go good.
Okay.
I think a rum's sweetness would be too much.
Too much sweetness.
Too much sweetness with that.
But you know what? Experiment.
Yes.
What do you say?
Explore the pairings.
Explore the pairings.
The beer that we had
to open the show. Okay. Yeah.
I think that Kolsch would be good with those lemongrass notes that I was picking up on it.
Yeah.
I think that would be a nice pairing for this.
So what is your overall assessment of this cigar?
Cigar it's rotation worthy.
Okay.
I'm going to go 5-pack.
5-pack.
I'm going to go with a 5-pack because I want to explore it more.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely do a 5-pack.
It's definitely rotation worthy.
Yeah.
I think for it to get to me, for me personally, for it to get to be a box worthy, I want to see a bit more age on it. The tobacco is good. It's got some nice aging on it. I want to see a bit more to allow those flavors to come in even more. So, I mean, if I can let it sit for, say 6 months or so,
right,
come back in and try it, that would tell me.
Okay, cool. And the drink?
Drink is absolutely. I need it on my shelf and a backup.
Yeah, that I need to find another bottle. I'm glad I bought that one.
The pairing is a pairing that I need to explore more. It's not it's not that perfectly balanced pairing where everything hits just perfectly on it. So I wouldn't say that it goes down on, as I call it, going down on the books.
Right.
But this is a pairing that you absolutely need to come back to, and where you can sit down and really explore it to understand it.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that was good. That was really good cigar. So again, Guillermo, thank you for dropping these off. Adam, Levine, good job with a cigar, and really good job with a program focusing on men's mental health. Very honorable. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You enjoyed it, right?
I did.
I did. I enjoyed it. Steve, did you enjoy it?
I'm enjoying it with this one.
He's still smoking on the other one, but he's definitely got one he'll smoke later on. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, let us know, if you like ryes, what your favorite rye is, and if you've had the League of Fat Bastards. If you haven't, try to find them. Go out on the website and look them up, and that's definitely something you need to find.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Pick up your Texas Cigar Roadshow whiskey glass at giftyboutique.com. All right, Dave, we got a product review. Very cool lighter. This is the Cigarbro.
Cigarbro's got a lighter.
Cigarbro does have a lighter. I like the whole, it's the presentation of the sleeve on there. I do like that, so that adds a definite touch to it.
Nice, good presentation of their logo.
I like the logo. Cigarbro. Box is nice.
Oh,
sticker.
Everybody loves a sticker.
I do love a sticker on there. So we've got a sticker in there, little foam top, take that off. And then we've got the lighter inside some plastic sleeve there.
That's nice looking.
And first off in here, there's a little tool. So it looks like a bleeding tool or a adjustment tool for the flame size. Yeah. So that's in there too. That's nice that they do that because you don't have to go look for a screwdriver. So
do they have a place to hold the tool in there?
No, they don't. So it's just you put it in your travel door or something like that.
Yeah.
So looking at the lighter right off the bat, it's got a good fuel window. I have put some fuel in here already.
It doesn't come with the fuel.
No, it doesn't come with fuel. It better not, right? But no, it didn't come with fuel. I put it in there. So it's got a good sized fuel window on there. And then Cigarbro right across the front. I like the feel of that. Feel that.
Yeah, I like the texture of it. It's got a nice, good weight to it.
Yeah.
But it's not too much so that you can carry it in your pocket if you choose to.
You could carry this in your pocket. I think it's a good size. On the back side, it's got a little bit more, how do you say, texture on there. It's like a grip on there. Because the back side of this is concaved like this, you lay this down, and now you got a nice cigar rest. You've got a cigar rest.
And it's big enough to hold your larger gauges like a 60.
Yeah. And I do like this one, whereas other ones are up here on the top, and if your lighter topples, which somebody bumps the table or whatever, and your cigar's sitting up here like this, your cigar's falling.
Yep.
Whereas this one is laid down and it's covering a good percentage of the cigar.
Which is nice because normally we see them on top.
Yeah, yeah. And so I do like that part of having a cigar rest. And the finish on here is like, it's like a powder coat. It's got a nice feel to it. So it doesn't feel like it's gonna scuff up that easy. So if I'm laying it down here like this to put my cigar on there, I don't have to worry about the paint finish.
I like the nice matte black as opposed to that glossy black too.
Right. Yeah, I like that. And then it pops.
Oh, look at that. So that's a nice triple flame
coming
that comes
to a point.
So you can do some nice touch-ups.
Yeah.
That's.
As a matter of fact, I need to relight my cigar. So if we're here,
you can get a nice good spread across
Yep, just moving it around.
Foot of it.
And then you can always just touch up those edges like that with it coming to the point. Close your lid.
This is what really has got me. Okay, now this is nice because you just lit it and it's not too hot to touch.
No, that's right. See, you feel the resistance?
Yes.
So it's got some resistance to the
as opposed to this spring snapback.
Or it just slides out.
Yeah.
You've got some resistance to push against when you are cutting your cigar. Now these are already cut, so we're not going to be able to cut it one, but it looks like, looking at it's a pretty good deep V cut in there.
It's a nice deep one.
Yeah, it's going to go straight out the back. So you're just going to be over the top of your, and the other thing too is you lay it down here like this, put your cigar in, and then V cut it.
That's nice too.
Yeah,
especially for the control aspect of it.
Yeah.
And even though the cutter is in the center of it, it looks like you still have enough of a bay in there to be able to hold a good amount of fluid in there, so you're not really having to refill after every cigar.
Right, yeah, it would be interesting to see how many cigars this would tend to, but it's got a good sized fuel window on there. And like you said, the body of the lighter looked like it would have a pretty good amount of fuel to keep in there, even though the cigar cutter is right there in the center. It's got a little grip right here. You can stick your fingernail in there and pull it down. You could do this one-handed if you have to, flip it upside down, lay it down, put your cigar in, whatever. I like the resistance that I'm getting.
I like that as well.
It doesn't just slide. It's got some resistance.
You've got to push it through. And the thing that I like that it's not that spring loaded is because that spring has a tendency to wear down on you the more that you use it. So the longevity of this feels like it's going to last longer.
And then I always like a lighter that.
Yes, I do too.
I do like that. I mean, there's other ones. I've got my favorite lighters that I have that, you can pop it up with your thumb, and I like, those are easy enough, pop it up. But I do like it when it does that. And then when you've got a triple flame, not just a double, but a triple flame that comes to a point, that is, to me, really good.
What I like about that triple flame is that it's not too wide, so that the tip of it is, you have to have a large flame to hit the tip of it.
Yeah.
But it's wide enough that you can light and get a good coverage across your foot on a new light.
Definitely a fantastic looking lighter. Matter of fact, they have given me an extra one of these lighters as a giveaway. So anybody who comments on this video for this review, we'll put you in a drawing, and we're going to give away one of these lighters.
So when's the deadline?
Deadline is going to be end of September. End of September. All right, so you've got till the end of September to comment on this review for this lighter, Cigarbro. And then at my event, they even given me a TCR code so that you can get 10% off your purchase.
And that's going to be in everybody's bag.
That is going to be in everybody's bag at our event October 19th. Cigarbro, they support Cigars for Warriors. We support Cigars for Warriors. Fantastic accessory, fantastic brotherhood. I think it's a good combination.
This is a lighter that I want to add to my collection.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, guys, this is the Cigarbro Lighter Cutter combination. What do you think?
Another great show.
I do. I think so.
Great pairings.
Great pairings.
I'm loving this.
This thing.
This is
some
wonderful.
great news. Some new cigars coming out. Fun cigars. Interactive cigars with the diesel.
Yeah.
You know, we're always going to get you guys some tips. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying what we're doing here. Giving a little bit of tips. And if you guys got an interesting tip, we've always said, hey, send that in to me. Maybe you've got something that you guys know about that we don't. We don't know everything.
Always great to share knowledge.
Exactly, and that's what the community is about. Numbers on the show are continuing to climb, so I thank you guys very much. Spreading the word, things are getting out there. So do all that social media stuff. You know, hit the subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and then share it among other things. We've got a HERF coming up at the end of this, middle of October, October 19th. And Dave, toss me one of those hats over there, if you would, please. Or both of them, for that fact. So Dave's got my hats. So we've got Texas Cigar Roadshow hats. These are just two of the colors. Fantastic. That's the PVC rubber
nice.
Patches on there. They're Richardson 112, so that's a low profile hat. These are just two of the colors. You can check out the website for these and any of the other merch. Just by purchasing merch, lighters, things like that, the shirts that we've got on the site, that's one of the best ways to support what we're doing here.
Absolutely. And get the word out.
And get the word out, yeah, exactly. And then I can hopefully start doing some more things, going to more shops and you know, doing some of those what I call full-blown road shows where I sit down with the owner, like we've done here at Tobacco Cabana. What was that, show number 3?
3,
yeah, that was show number 3. Long time ago. Back, the shop was totally different. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. We always try to entertain you a little bit, and it is just fun. It's fun doing this.
Absolutely.
So, and as
why
always,
do we do it?
Why do we do it? Because I want to enjoy the leaf.
And grow the culture.
Exactly. So see you guys.
Texas Cigar Roadshow is presented by Lone Star Cigar Association.